Dr. Umar Johnson. All right. As of recently, Dr. Umar Johnson said that Eminem cannot be the top rapper. He can't be the number one rapper. We're gonna go into this. We're gonna go into this rhetoric right quick. All right. Wait up one moment. Wait one moment here. All right. Now, per Hip Hop News, Eminem cannot be considered the greatest rapper of all time because of his white skin, at least according to Dr. Umar Johnson. All right. Who claimed much on Joe Budden's podcast. So Dr. Umar Johnson was recently on Joe Budden's podcast. All right. The controversial Pan-Africanist, who's mostly famous for his inflammatory online rants and POVs on race, etc., was the latest guest to join Joe and company. And one segment from is starting to make the rounds in hip-hop circles because they touched on Slim Shady. Now, Umar is making a point about whites that are allowed to partake in black culture, including hip hop, which he says is a disservice. Which he said is a disservice. Somebody's calling me. Why would you be calling me while I'm online? That makes no sense. All right, whoever that is, please don't call my phone when I'm online. That makes no sense. All right, Americans. Oh wait, one second. Including hip hop, which he says is a disservice to African Americans and doesn't go both ways. In the same breath, he name drops M, saying that he enjoys too much privilege. Joe asks if he considers Eminem to be one of the greatest MCs regardless of race, which sets Umar off on a tirade about how Caucasians should never be considered to be the greatest in something that he feels belongs to black people, in this case, rap music. Now, with that being said, all right. This is a big controversy in the hip hop community. This is an argument that seems like it would never ever die. All right. A lot of people consider Eminem as the number one rapper. A lot of people consider Eminem as their number one rapper. Now, asking me, L.O.T.S approve, Eminem cannot be, he's not the number one rapper. It's not to say that a white man cannot be a number one rapper. I don't agree with Dr. Umar Johnson when saying race has something to do with being a number one rapper. All right. Rapping is a skill. You don't have to be a particular race to have that skill and to perform at a certain level. Obviously, it's not reserved to a particular race when you talk about skill level, right? So with that being said, now, Eminem, first of all, his skill level. Eminem is probably one of the best rhymers. When you talk about rhyming, yes, Eminem's just crazy with the syllables, bending words, making something sound similar to another word that doesn't even have the same syllables, right? It doesn't have the same pronunciation. He'll bend the way he pronunciates words, right? To make these words match. He's a wordsmith. He's a wordsmith with words. Yes, Eminem is a great rhymer, but we're talking about a rapper. And what embodies a rapper? Rapper has to do with impact, heavy with impact. In order for you to impact the people, you have to speak about things that the people can identify with. Hold up, we're going to talk about this right quickly. We're going to talk about this, all right? Eminem is a great rhymer. He could put syllables together, words. Yes, he's crazy with the word play. But when we're talking about a rapper, there's more things that embody a rapper. There's more requirements for you to be the top rapper. Rapper has to do with, first of all, your presence, all right? Rhyming is one category. Yes, rhyming is one category. The impact you have on people and how you're going to impact people, that's going to be based off of your content. So that's where Eminem loses, with the content. How influential you are. That's another aspect. That's part of being impactful when you're talking about being an MC. So let's talk about the power influence, not just your content, how you dress, right? Your rhyme patterns, as in how many people adopt your rhyme patterns, how many people try to emulate you. Eminem is not the number one emulated rapper. Let's just be clear. Eminem is not the number one impactful rapper. That's two categories that Eminem does not meet. He's not the most impactful. First of all, he's not the most copied. Not that many people like a Jay-Z, like a Lil Wayne. People follow behind these people, and to the point where they pattern their style behind Jay-Z. Jay-Z has a lot of minions out there, a lot of offspring, right? Lil Wayne has a lot of offsprings. Tupac has a lot of offsprings. Biggie has a lot of offsprings. People mimic these people and their rhyme patterns as if they want to sound like him. Sean Paul, Gorilla Black. There's a lot of people that try to sound like Biggie. There's a lot of people that try to sound like Jay-Z. That's impactful. We talk about content. Eminem speaks about his mama, talking about cursing out his mama. Not that many communities can identify with cursing out your mom. Let's just be clear. Then Eminem talks about drug abuse. Up into this generation, prior to this generation, it wasn't about drug abuse. It was about drug selling. So Eminem speaks about things that society cannot identify with, especially the urban community cannot identify with Eminem. All right? So when we're speaking about Eminem and his content, we can't identify with White Boy. We can't identify with Eminem. Hold up, man. Wait one minute. Let's drop a bomb to that. We don't talk about our mama. Eminem talked about putting his baby mama in the trunk. He wanted to put Haley in the trunk and ride around with her. We can't relate to that. Eminem dresses in tights and makes a lot of in-the-window jokes. How would you say these jokes? He makes a lot of feminine jokes, bisexual jokes. He titters on the line of these type of jokes. We don't joke like that in the Black community. We don't make gay jokes in the Black community. We don't try to hide, speak through gay jokes. That's not our approach in the Black community. That's not how we find amusement. We don't make those type of jokes in the Black community. In reference to Eminem's content, we can identify with Eminem's content. That's one of the reasons that he's not #1 rapper. All right? Keep in mind, another thing about hip hop, it's your influence, how you dress. Yes, dressing is part of being a rapper, #1 rapper. We're not talking about, first of all, we'll get to the MC part. Eminem is a rhymer, so he probably could fall in the MC category. We'll get to that. But let's talk about what embodies a rapper. How you dress. How you dress is very impactful. When Nas and Biggie wearing Cool G sweaters. That part. Fab, when Fab wears Fabuloso Fab wears his sports jerseys. Fab was wearing the basketball and football jerseys. Very, 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 very impactful. How you dress is big in hip hop. Wu-Tang, you know how people wear the Wu-Tang, fucking, what's the name? The Wu-Tang sign, those shirts? That's worldwide. People wear Wu-Tang shirts worldwide. I don't see Eminem with no shirts like that. Listen, let's talk about it. We're talking about being a rapper, how impactful. To be a #1 rapper, you have to be impactful. What about with Lil Wayne when he started getting them tattoos? Everybody tried to get tattoos. Everybody's wearing tattoos and lip piercings. Lil Wayne did that. How you dress in hip hop is very, very, very important. That's what makes you impactful in hip hop. So it's not just, it's your content. How you reach out to the people. We have to be able to identify with your content, talking about poverty. Talking about subjects things that we struggle with in the urban community, let alone the whole world struggles with. Not just the urban, suburban community also. It's how you reach people. Your content is going to determine how you can reach, what demographic of people can you reach. Eminem only reaches a small demographic. Eminem only talks to the backpack rappers. You know that song that he got, losing it, lose, whatever that song where he's talking about rapping, talking about to throw up and woo-doo. I don't remember the lyrics. I don't remember none of Eminem's lyrics. So don't crucify me because I don't know no Eminem lyrics. I like him as an MC though. He could rap. Yeah, he could rap. He's not the best rapper, but he can rap, all right? But we're talking about what makes a rapper the best rapper, all right? It's your power influence. Do people want to copy your style, how you dress, your content? This is what makes the best rapper. How do you go in comparison to other rappers? In comparison to other rappers amongst your colleagues, where do you land at? What does Eminem land at with a Tupac? What does Eminem land at with a Biggie Smalls? What does Eminem land at with a Nas, with a Jay-Z? Listen. Do you want to talk about Eminem? Y'all want to get to Eminem and what Eminem, the type of impact Eminem has? Eminem is a wordsmith. Eminem is an MC to the regards of, and being an MC, you still have to reach the people. So he only reaches one category of an MC. He can get on that mic and he can captivate you with words. Yes, Eminem can captivate you with words. Yes, Eminem plays with syllables like Cool G rap. Yeah, Eminem does that great. And if that was considered the only categories to be the best rapper, then Eminem would damn near be the best rapper. If it was just based off of that, Eminem would damn near be the best rapper. But it's not. It's not. It's the power to reach the people, reach society, different demographics of people. Eminem talks about trailer parks. Majority of the world is not from the trailer park. And when Eminem speaks about the trailer park, he doesn't speak about it from a poverty standpoint. You understand what I'm saying? When Biggie's talking about the what you call the lumberjack shirts, the plaid shirts, that nigga. Remember when Biggie said, there goes that nigga with the fake, bow, punch that nigga in his face, stay in your place. Biggie was talking about when kids make fun of you in school about wearing fake name brand and him having to punch somebody in the face. That a lot of people could identify with that. When Biggie spoke about Juicy, a lot of people could identify with Juicy. You know what I mean? The whole story of Juicy. That's why that song is classic. You remember when Jay-Z said, girls in the hood wouldn't fuck us because we talk too much? I identify with that. In the hood, we talk too much. That's why a lot of girls didn't like fucking hood niggas, because hood niggas talk too much. And I was one of the that used to talk about it. You heard me? So Jay-Z, when he speaks about poverty, we can identify with Jay-Z. We can identify with Biggie. You get what I'm saying? We can identify with Eminem. So when you say Eminem is the number one rapper, Eminem cannot be the number one rapper. He's missing a lot of categories. It's not just about wordplay. We trying to say Eminem's a top rhymer? He's a top rhymer? Eminem is a great rhymer. But we're talking about rap. Rhyming is one category of rapping. There's a whole lot of other categories that consist of being a rapper, especially the top rapper spot. Most of us can identify with Eminem. I'm just being honest with you. So when Dr. Umar Johnson says a white man cannot be a leader of no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Because if we could be the head of a white sport, who created basketball? Who created football? Now, I know us as black people, we created a lot of things. As time progressed, more and more things are being revealed about how many things that we created. So I wouldn't be surprised if we created basketball or football. I wouldn't be surprised, because we create a lot of shit in the black community that we don't get credit for. I wouldn't be surprised. But just hypothetically speaking, if we rise in the ranks and we're the number one basketball players, we're the number one football players, every sport that's created, we potentially can be number one at that sport. So how come that rule doesn't apply to their race and what they create? See, I don't agree with Dr. Umar Johnson. Let me say something. There's a lot of things that I don't agree with Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. There's a lot of things that Dr. Umar Johnson says that I do not agree with. I've seen Dr. Umar Johnson totally contradict himself. When he was arguing with this gentleman, Mike something, I forgot the gentleman's name. I'm not good with these names because these people are not part of my lives like that. They're not that impactful, but I see what's going on. I remember one time Dr. Umar Johnson was calling somebody a blackie, calling him blackie. You know, I'm a dark-skinned person too, so that one right there stung right. That stung. He's calling the man blackie as if he's light-skinned. Dr. Umar Johnson contradicts himself a lot. Now, I'm not here to condemn the brother because he says a lot of good things, but everything that he says is not the end-all, be-all. Everything that comes out of Dr. Umar Johnson's mouth is not gold, all right? It's not to be took it in as gold. All right. Dr. Umar Johnson is a hypocrite at times. And some of the shit he said just it's not right. So to say that a white man cannot be the top rapper, listen, if a white man could reach certain heights, now I understand the difficulties of it. I understand it's probably going to be hard for a white man to really be able to embody what a rapper is, because a rapper speaks to poverty, speaks to society, and speaks about society and the elements of society, right? So it's kind of hard for a white man at times to identify with that and to express himself, because he's at the top of society, right? He's at the top of the food chain. So how could he really? Can a white man necessarily put his feet in the shoes of a poor man, of the lowest person on the totem pole, which is usually black people? We're the most suppressed race. So to be able to speak to poverty, speak to the people that are lacking resources, it's going to be very hard for a white man to do that and to be super impactful. But is it possible? I don't know. But I don't necessarily agree with Dr. Umar Johnson when he says a white man cannot be the top rapper. I don't necessarily agree. He might be right, but I don't necessarily agree with that. But nonetheless, everything that I'm saying probably more proves his point. And like I said, Eminem is not the #1 rapper in the rap community. All right. Nonetheless, Eminem definitely is not the #1 rapper in the white community. And anybody who believes Eminem's the #1 rapper, you just a hater. Anyone that believes, that's just shock value. Some people just like to be objective to whatever people say. Some people just love to go against the grain. And I think that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people are just great fans of Eminem, right? But you guys are the exception, and the exception does not make the rule, nonetheless. But still, shout out to Eminem. You know what I mean? Because I never heard Eminem chime in on none of this shit, right? I've never heard Eminem, and though I've never heard Eminem say he's the #1 rapper, neither. So I know white boy must be feeling good, because at the end of the day, we're speaking about him, and he never put his 2 cents about this. I'm pretty sure this is a very touchy subject for Eminem. Very touchy. All right? But shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson, nonetheless. Shout out to Eminem. You heard me? And shout out to all the greatest rappers out there, the greatest rappers alive. Lil Waynes and the Tupacs and the Biggies and the Jay-Z's and the Kanyes. You heard me? That part. Now, you guys, make sure you guys are sharing this podcast, all right? This is the last podcast of the year for 2023, all right? Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Listen, we're going into 2024. It's a whole new year. We got 3 days left. 3 days left. 3 days left for 2023. We got 3 days left for 2023, y'all. That part. That part, man, it's been amazing. It's been amazing this year. This year's been amazing by the grace of God that we able to speak about it. And if you made it to the end of this year, this is a blessing, you guys. This is a super blessing. Well, the day's not over yet, Tosh. You know what I mean? We got 30, 31 with 2 days left, all right? 2 days left. So 3 days, well, 2 days and some hours. We're going to say 3 days left, all right? Because today still counts as a day, all right? But nonetheless, you guys, we're blessed. We're blessed. We are blessed to be here to even see the end of the year by the grace of Most High. You know what I mean? I want you guys to show gratitude to the universe. Thank the Most High that we're able to even share this day today. All right. A lot of people didn't get to see the end of 223. A lot of people didn't even make it into 223. All right. And sadly enough, some people are not going to see 224, even though we got 3 days left. Some people are not going to see 224. All right. But 2 days left according to Tosh. All right. Now, you guys, moving right along. Recently, I see that. Shout out to the Diamond Princess. All right. Shout out to the Diamond Princess. You guys, this is about home team now. Mrs. Trina, the Diamond Princess. Big up to Trina. Shout out to Sipper Slide, Ted Lucas, and shout out to everybody on Sipper Slide side. You heard me. As of recently, there's a video that surfaced online of Trina claiming that Beyonce is the #1 woman rapper.